evening. I am so pleased to see so many of you that made the effort to be here with us. I've discussed with a few of you, and it actually melts my heart to actually hear the different testimonies of some of you that said this is the first time you came to the island since after the hurricane, or even for some of you that remembered what it once were, and some of you that even came up until last December. From the bottom of my heart, and I know I joined my colleague, Minister Johnson, when I said this, it did us a great, great honor, and we say thank you from the deepest part of our heart. The 15th edition of SMART has been launched. The island of St. Martin is delighted to once more welcome the tourism and travel industry, locally and abroad, to this very special event. The French Tourism Bureau, alongside its partners, the St. Martin Tourism Bureau, l'Association des Hôteliers de Saint-Martin, and the St. Martin Hospitality and Trade Association, are honored and happy to welcome you to our friendly island. Thanks to the Sonesta Maho Beach and Spa for letting us host this event in a renovated and completely redesigned establishment for the comfort and customer experience. Let's give them a round of applause, please. SMART 2019 is a symbol of our island's rebirth, as well as that of the region and its infrastructures. The edition being the first since the passing of Hurricane Irma in September 2017. I am therefore happy to see regular and new participants meet and exchanges that will inspire them through the various conferences, workshops, and festivities that are taking place. This show is a chance for our local and regional tourism stakeholders, whom for 3 days will be able to establish business relations with Canadians, European, North and South America, and the Caribbean operators. Major hotel groups, tour operators, and event planners can count on the willingness of local partners and the quality of its infrastructures that blends innovation and sustainability. Saint-Martin est maintenant prête à accueillir le monde entier. Elle a relevé de nombreux défis pour aller chercher sa renaissance. Elle a pensé sa reconstruction comme un moyen d'enrichir l'expérience client au service d'un tourisme plus durable. The future is bright. A big thank you to everyone who are taking part. I wish you 3 days of fruitful and constructive exchange. From the bottom of our hearts, we say a big thank you to each and every.
On behalf of the government of St. Martin, again, I'm very honored to be here this evening before you. So with protocol established, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On the morning of September the 6th, 2017, St. Martin faced the jaw-dropping reality of the devastation of Hurricane Irma. No one could have imagined that then, today, a year and 8 months later, we would be here at Sonesta. This hotel suffered extensive damage and had to close its doors for over a year while they worked back to build back better. Thanks to the management of Sonesta, and thanks also to other hotels that have reopened in recent months, we can safely say that St. Martin is indeed open for business. We are very pleased that we can once again host the St. Martin Annual Regional Trade Show here at Sonesta. I must commend the management team of Sonesta St. Martin for their excellent work that they have done to return life into the Maho area, while reopening their hotel, spa, and casino, as well as restaurants. I am sure you would agree that this place and St. Martin truly looks absolutely beautiful. I firmly believe that it is these trade shows and trade shows like this one that will help us to rebuild our tourism economy sustainably. Today we hear of Virgin Airlines investing in taking over Liat. This could mean increase in regional leisure travel options for our Caribbean people, and of course enhanced connectivity options for our visitors from the US mainland and around the world. The people who have signed up this year for this event have by doing so shown your continued commitment to the development of travel, tourism and trade on St. Martin, the Caribbean, and throughout the wider world. For that, I salute you. Allow me to extend my sincere thanks on behalf of the government of St. Martin to you for joining us here in St. Martin for this 3-day event. I hope that it'll take you some time to visit both the French and Dutch side, realize that we have banded together to rebuild and reopen stronger than ever. Restaurants, old and new, are open for business, as well as hotels and excursions. These compliments are as a result of the hard-working people of St. Martin. And it is no surprise, because after all of that, all they want to do is continue to make sure that St. Martin is indeed the #1 tourist destination in the world. I also want to extend my thank you to the entire team of the SHTA for their excellent and hard work that they continue to do each and every year to promote SMART, and that they represent the many members in the private sector through their commitment and other initiatives. The SHTA has continued to be the voice of reason and the example of how St. Martin must move in tourism and economy sectors and move forward.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Permit me first of all to extend a warm and cordial welcome to all participants at this very important conference. I wish to, at this point, acknowledge the presence of our Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, the Honorable Mr. Wycliffe Smith, our representative of the Dutch, Mr. Chris Johnson, and also we want to welcome to St. Martin, the Commissioner from Bonaire, Mrs. Nina Denheer. Did I say that correct? Denheer. Welcome, Bombini, to St. Martin. And of course, we want to bid a very special welcome to the members and the chairperson of the task force, Children's Rights, all participants, IQ event organizers, guest speakers, workshop presenters, the media, my colleagues here on St. Martin, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I chose the words of this song entitled Greatest Love of All. Actually, it was composed during the year 1985, which was the International Day of the Youth, by the late Whitney Houston. And it simply reminded me that truly the love for children, our future, should be immeasurable. The theme chosen for the conference sets the tone for us to truly claim ownership of our collective responsibilities towards our children, our future. Many times we hear the cry, what is the government doing? What is the school doing? What is the church doing? But I believe that it is appropriate for us today to say, what am I doing for our children, our future? For this reason, I want to commend us for coming together and wanting to share, and I believe we can say impart, we can complement each other, and we can even sharpen each other's skills and network as we strive to build a strong and resilient Caribbean child protection professional network. For this, I believe we can all say thank you, thank you, thank you. So you can look at someone next to you and say thank you for being here. Yes, it's important to give thanks. Permit me also to brief you somewhat on the strides this country has made since the change of the constitutional status on October 10, 2010. St. Martin, with the obligation to create its own laws, policies, and supporting institutions, established its constitution, which is further translated into several books of the law, namely the Civil Code, the Penal Code, and the National Ordinances. The Constitution of St. Martin gives every person in St. Martin, including children and youth, fundamental rights of freedoms regardless of their race, their color, their place of original, political persuasion, creed, or sex. Furthermore, the Constitution of St. Martin explicitly makes mention of children and youth in the following articles. Every child has the right to obtain basic education, Article 11, Section 2. The government shall provide care directed to the protection of children and youth and the advancement of their education, welfare, cultural involvement, and leisure. This can be found in Article 18, Section 1. St. Martin has also ratified several international human rights treaties, including the rights of the child, and has the obligation that the rights as outlined in the treaties are also upheld, of course, in collaboration with the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Just recently, after the passing of Hurricanes Irma and Maria in 2017, St. Martin was put to a great test in ensuring that a safe and healthy environment would be created once more for our children, our future. And I must say, it was a test. But with the help of God, the resilient people of this country, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, our Caribbean brothers and sisters, and even other international organizations, we were able to get back up on our feet and press on in the safeguarding of the rights of our children.
It is a pleasure to look out at all of your smiling faces. You look so beautiful. I wish I could go and give you all a hug. You said 2 words, 3 words you started this morning with, and I think they're very important words. You said, I need you. And we need each other. In order for us to be able to work on behalf of our children, we're going to have to do it together. We need you, we need our children, so that together we can create a better St. Martin and a better world.
Oh, beautiful. A better St. Martin and a better world. We are going to do that. Thanks a lot together. Together. Give him a warm applause, Minister Wycliffe Smith.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you're for.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter, hashtag are you in?
1,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness. Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Seeing that this public meeting is considered an urgent meeting, when I received the invitation on Friday for today, Monday, I thought it was important to drop other important engagements and come to Parliament to hear the concerns and to answer whatever questions posed by the honourable members of Parliament. Before I yield the floor, Madam Chair Lady, let me just make a few brief statements regarding the lump sum subsidy regulation. As per 10-10-10, the government introduced a new method of subsidizing government-subsidized schools called the lump sum subsidy regulation. This subsidy system offers school boards more freedom and flexibility as it pertains to the subsidy that they are granted. The rationale behind the lump sum system is to reduce the amount of bureaucracy that is involved in financing education. As every new system, this method of subsidy also came with its flaws. These were pointed out by several school boards, but particularly by the SVOBA. Taking the concerns and the objections of the various school boards into consideration, the Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport executed an audit of the new system by the SOAB in 2014, with the goal of further enhancing the system. Several amendments were made to the lump sum system as a result of the SOAB findings. The amended lump sum system was then approved by the Council of Ministers and put into effect as per August 2015. This new lump sum system included, among other things, adjustments to personnel as well as to the operational costs. Under the personnel costs, the salaries linked to all of the functions listed in the function book as laid down in the Education Remuneration Decree, which includes the costs of salaries, allowances, benefits, and allowances to which the heads, teachers, and other personnel are entitled, bonuses, contributions to their pensions, widowers' and orphans' insurance premiums legally due to them. Also included under the amendments of personnel costs were the costs for professional development or training of teachers and education personnel. And thirdly, under the amendments of the personnel costs, we got recruitment costs, where school boards are paid to recruit their teachers. Under the operating costs, we have the following changes that were introduced. 1, costs for student care. 2, construction costs. 3, the costs of purchasing school furniture, learning and teaching aids, and school supplies, insofar as this is intended to replace learning and teaching aids that can no longer be used due to long-term use, or to supplement the supply of schooling needs in connection with the reduction through use. Next, we also included the costs of the maintenance of premises and grounds. In addition, the costs of keeping the school buildings or the classrooms clean were included. Also, the cost of using electrical energy, gas, and water, and the administration costs within the school, as well as other expenses that are deemed necessary for education. And in addition to these amendments, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport is also funding 3 functions on school board level for the management of the schools, which is not required by law, but it was still taken up in the amendment. The changes to the lump sum system resulted in an overall increase in the subsidizing of schools. Moreover, an increase in subsidy for schools offering secondary education was evident. An increase in subsidy for schools offering secondary education was evident. The overall change in subsidy went from approximately 10,370 guilders per student in 2013-2014 to 11,353 guilders per student in 2015-2016. In spite of these changes, however, SVOBA School Board the school board responsible for the management of Milton Peters College and the Sundial School, has consistently indicated that the amount of subsidy does not cover the costs for providing education within its schools. As a result of this, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport and SFOBA have been in constant dialogue, and the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport has provided substantial additional resources on an annual basis since 2015 to SFOBA in an attempt to address its financial concerns and ultimately ensure the quality of education within its schools. In the case of the FAVA School Board, that's the Foundation for Academic Vocational Education, the board that manages the St. Martin Academy, Academic and PSVE campuses, up until March, it was not apparent that FAVE would be suffering from any financial difficulties. In April, the minister received an administrative appeal from the FAVE board, and the review of the appeal has begun.